On the corner of Maple Street, there's an old wooden bench. It sits quietly by the bus stop, weathered, a little uneven, and easy to overlook. But on that bench, something extraordinary once happened. It was a cold, windy morning. People huddled in their coats, waiting impatiently for the late bus. Among them sat an elderly woman, her hands trembling as she clutched a paper bag full of groceries. The bag had torn slightly, and oranges rolled onto the pavement. Most people glanced, then turned away. They were in a hurry. Busy. Distracted. But one young man, maybe in his 20s, noticed. He didn't hesitate. He knelt down, chased after the runaway oranges, and carefully placed them back into the woman's bag. Narrator. The woman smiled with relief. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice soft but full of gratitude. The young man nodded, smiled back, and said simply, "No problem. I'm glad to help." That moment could have ended there. Just a small act of kindness on a gray morning. But what happened next turned that simple moment into something much larger. Narrator. The man sitting beside them had watched quietly. He pulled a granola bar from his pocket, tapped the shoulder of a tired-looking student nearby, and said, "You look hungry. Want this?" The student accepted, surprised but grateful. A woman at the back of the crowd, who had been scrolling on her phone, saw all of this. She looked up, and for the first time in weeks, she smiled. She stood, offered her seat on the bench to another passenger with aching knees, and said, "Please, take it. You need it more than I do." And just like that, kindness began to ripple through the bus stop like sunlight breaking through clouds. Narrator. When the bus finally arrived, something remarkable happened. People boarded with lighter steps, softer eyes. Strangers were holding the door for each other, exchanging small smiles, even chatting. That old wooden bench, silent, ordinary, almost invisible, had witnessed something powerful, the way one simple act of kindness could spark another, and another, until it touched everyone around. Narrator, slower, reflective tone. It's easy to think kindness has to be grand, expensive, or world-changing. But sometimes, it's as small as picking up an orange. We don't always see the full impact of the good we do. But like a stone dropped into a pond, kindness ripples outward, further than we imagine, reaching people we may never even know. Narrator, gentle conclusion. So the next time you see someone in need, pause. Offer help, even if it feels small. You never know who might be watching, and who might be inspired to pass it on. Because kindness doesn't just live in grand gestures. It lives in the quiet corners of everyday life. Like a wooden bench, by a bus stop, on a cold morning.